The Lord is gearing the beast to turn on Babylon. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Now, I just wanted to do a quick video real quick. The ex-president of the European country blames the West, which will be the United States of America, for inflation spike. And it's not talking about inflation spike in the United States. They're talking about inflation spike that is currently going on in Europe over gas prices, over gas shortages, over oil and gas crisis that is going on. So they're basically, they're saying here that the current economic troubles originated long before Russia's military operation in Ukraine, that Klaus says. So the finger is starting to be pointed at the main source of the problem. You see the beast, NATO, the 7 heads and the 10 horns, okay, which give me a moment. Okay, which the seven heads are Germania Major, Germania Minor. You got Spain, you got Greece, you got Britain, and you got the Romans. Okay, these are the 7 heads, and of course the 10 horns are the 10 cities, which would be the European market, or the European economic community, if I'm saying that correctly. Okay, these are the 10 cities that make up the European market, or what will be known as the European Union. Okay, so NATO, as I said earlier, they're starting to put the blame on the United States of America. And a matter of fact, the Netherlands, I believe Belgium, which are a part of the 10 cities that sit on NATO, okay, Belgium, you got the Netherlands, they're currently suffering from this these gas shortages and these inflations. I believe, you see, there's other cities too. Oh yeah, Denmark is also suffering from inflation right now. They're also going through suffering from a gas crisis. These are just 3 of some of the cities right now that are going through, that are catching hell because of these gas shortages and gas crisis, these oil crises, and these oil and these gas crisis from the sanctions that the United States have put on Russia is causing Europe to feel the pain, even though Europe brought it upon themselves too, because they helped the United States to put sanctions on Russia's oil and gas exports. So, but the point is that now the beast is starting to look at the whore, which is the whore, which is Babylon, as being the main problem here. Okay. Matter of fact, we come over here to Obadiah 1:7. It says, "All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border." Now, a confederacy is a alliance. So all the men of thy alliance have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. Yeah, you have been deceived. The United States of America has been deceived, and they have prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, right? Right, that bread represents what? the way of living, this democracy, this philosophy, this do as thou wilt. You know, a lot of countries have taken on the wine of the United States of America, and guess what? Now they're starting to regret it, because they're starting to see what happens when you give women authority, when you give them power, when their women are out of order. They're starting to see what happens when men become effeminized. They don't want to go into the military. All they want to do is sit around and do nothing and, you know, just BS all day. You know, you start seeing a bunch of moles walk. You start seeing a bunch of moles and transformers walking around, and it's just the way of living of their country becomes destroyed. Just like Iraq, just like Afghanistan. Okay? You know, they said that when their country had taken on the United States philosophy, their wine, they said that was worse than slavery. Okay? That was found in a news article that Apostle Gabar did some months back. Or it could have been last year when he brought out that article. But yeah, case in point, man. You know, skyscrapers, gooks in suits, okay, camel jockeys wearing suits, you know, the women wearing pants, you know, just too many things out of whack. So they that have laid they eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is not understanding in him. Now, let's go to Revelation, chapter 17, verse 16. And I'll just wait, you know, give it some time. Okay. Revelation chapter 17, verse 16, it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast," the 10 cities, the European market, or the European Union, it says, "These shall hate the whore." Who's the whore? The whore is Babylon the Great. Who's Babylon the Great? That's the United States of America. So, you know, there's a lot of people in Europe that's going to have a very cold winter because of these inflation spikes. And you know where else these inflation spikes are coming from? Rising gas prices, rising energy costs. Okay, the cost of electricity is going up. You know why? A lot of people is going to be using space heaters in the winter time just to keep themselves warm, because gas is not going to be enough. A lot of people is going to have to suffer with frozen water pipes. Okay? Your house needs a heating system in order to keep the pipes warm enough for water to flow through. Because you know what happens when your house has frozen water pipes? You end up with ruptured water pipes. So it's going, hey man, it's about to be hell for a lot of people in the wintertime down there in Europe, man. And again, guess who's putting the blame on the United States? The ex-president of the European country. They're saying that the U.S. is responsible for inflation spikes. Okay, so the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate, and naked, right? Because in Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19 on down, it tells you that Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And how was ancient Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed? By fire and brimstone. Well, guess what? The modern day fire and brimstone is going to come in the form of those intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay? Those modern day fire and brimstones is going to come in the form of those intercontinental ballistic missiles. So the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked. Right, because Isaiah the 13th chapter, and I believe the 22nd verse on down, describes Babylon as being a desert, being filled with desert-like creatures. Revelation the 18th chapter and the 4th verse tells you that Babylon has fallen and has become the habitation of devils and the spirit of every unclean bird. That's talking about when America is destroyed. Okay? So this country is going to be one desolate, naked desert full of doleful and austere and desert-like creatures, like satyrs and lizards and ostriches and owls and rattlesnakes and scorpions and whatever other creatures could live in a desert over here. Cockatrices, perhaps. Okay, it says, "These shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." What kind of fire? Intercontinental ballistic nuclear fire, because those intercontinental ballistic missiles can carry up to multiple nuclear warheads. Verse 17, "For God hath put it in their hearts," which the word heart goes back to the Hebrew word lab, which means your mind. "For God hath put it in their minds to fulfill his will, and to agree to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh be fulfilled." So now you start to see why NATO is going to turn on the United States of America. With that, I'm going to say Shalom is on to the next one.